Hey guys, ankhgaming with you again, and we're going to play another edition of Duels of the Planeswalkers 2013 with the 5-color deck. The reason I want to do that is I think I've unlocked a few cards since the last time I played it, and it's just a fun deck, and I think it's worthwhile to show off. I could play with Karavik the Merciless and play like a 4-player... You know what, maybe I'll do that. I think I'm going to play a 4-player Plane Chase Duel, so this will probably be a 2-parter, but that'll be fun. And, okay, let's make a couple changes since we're going to play this as a 5-player game. Now, I already have Lavalanche, and I have Jund Charm in the deck. Jund Charm does 2 to each creature, exiles a graveyard or 2 counters on a creature. That's just not good enough. Same with Lavalanche. Lavalanche is awesome, but I think definitely Jund Charm goes out. First, we need to add Savage Twister. Savage Twister is definitely an improvement over Jund Charm in this format. And Pulse and Deed are excellent. Vindicate becomes actually a little worse in this many players, so we're going to cut a Vindicate for, I think, another Day of Judgment for a Vindicate. This deck has plenty of card draw. I think also we want to just cut 8/8 for random 8/8 for 5 mana, and that'll be Karavik. Karavik does a lot more damage than random 8/8 for 5. So we have a lot of sweeper effects. I actually like Savage Twister more than I like Day of Judgment in this deck, but I also don't like Prophetic Bolt in a match like this. So we're going to cut a Prophetic Bolt for another Savage Twister. So we're going to have lots of sweeper effects. Goal is to sweep the board until we get out one of our Fatty Boom Booms and just win from there. And one of our Fatty Boom Booms, Progenitus, will survive through everything we do. What does this one do? Return target card from graveyard to its owner's hand, tap all creatures target player controls. It's not that good. The tap all creatures target player controls is a way to kill a player in multiplayer. Because right before, you could tap player 3 on his turn. If you're player 1, on player 3's turn, like you tap all player 4's creatures, they might attack in. The NPC probably would attack just to kill. Let's just do whenever you cast a multicolored spell, it's 3/3 till on a turn. It's not that good. Broodmate Dragon is actually a good threat whenever we change our deck to this position. And Titanic Ultimatum, or Violent Ultimatum, becomes less good, but I think we still want it. A card that we could do without is a card that I probably should have cut to begin with. I think 4 cycling and plane cycling is broken. So we're going to cut that for Broodmate Dragon. Broodmate Dragon's a stronger card by a long shot. And cycling seems broke. Last time I tried it, it just froze the game. So I have 3 draw 5s plus All Sun's Dawn. Yeah, I like this. I do think I would like to have a 3-mana charm, but I have enough sweepers. I think we should be okay. Just to look at what we're going to unlock in the next couple, we're going to unlock a Witchmail Nephilim, which is kind of cool. It's not that good, though. Bant Charm is amazing for duels. It destroys artifacts, takes care of creatures, and counters spells. It's excellent. Finest Hour, though, is the ridiculousness. It gives your creature Exalted, and if it attacks alone, it untaps and attacks again. So, like, Progenitus is like, you're dead. Same with this guy. Magister Sphinx comes into play, makes their life total 10, and then with Finest Hour, it's attack. They're down to 4 because it's Exalted, and attack again, they're just dead. So pretty amazing. So that's what we're going to do, and let's get to it. So let's back out, we're going to save, and let's go ahead and go to multiplayer. We're going to... Oh, not multiplayer. We'll never get a match doing that, and people will drop out. We're going to do a custom game versus NPCs. Plane Chase just because it's more fun, and... let's see. Who do we got? Boros. Alright, so there we got some decks. Some decks, that's what we're going to say, is just some decks. Alright, man, this would be a great deck to play as Archenemy with. Alright, this hand is very bad. We have Progenitus, which is basically a mulligan. We do have Wraths, and we're 1 land away from having Wrath, but we don't have a green source, so I can't fetch black, and I don't have a land search spell like a Cultivate or Rampant Growth, so I don't like that hand. This hand is actually just worse. So we'll draw a new hand. I'm okay with this. Now we have no green mana. Oh, we have 2 fixers if we hit a green. This is super sketchy to keep this hand. But the deck's majority of lands are fetch lands or green. So we're going to keep it. Because I can't imagine 5 being better than a hand with Wrath and 2 mana fixers. So even if I just natural planes, I'll be 1 land away from Wrath of God. Or Day of Judgment, whichever it is. Beginning of your end step, put the top 7 cards of your library into your graveyard, then return all cards this way to your hand. That's not necessarily the best for us. This deck has a potential to deck itself. Your draw 5s and stuff really take a toll on your deck quickly. Alright, so whenever a creature you control attacks player for each opponent, you may put a copy on the battlefield tapped and attacking that opponent. Boros is aggro. Nephrox is kind of, it's kind of aggro, and Golgari is not. Golgari, kind of similar to our deck, tries to kind of clear the way, but mainly it just relies on efficient big creatures to beat you down, and hard to remove. So Mortivore, things like that, they're very good creatures for this format, because there's a lot of creatures in the graveyard. But I don't think it'll be an issue. Golgari is slow to set up, probably even slower than I am. If I had a green mana, I'm pretty golden. We're going to go ahead and roll, though, because we don't want any shenanigans happening. We would like to hit a plane that lets us draw extra cards to replace our mulligan. We failed. Pass the turn. Have to continue. I did figure out the hotkey to continue, and I've forgotten it. If you know, post in the comments. So if you guys like seeing duels, I know I've done a lot of duels, and there's probably no more expansions to come. But if you'd like to see more, let me know. I said once before I wanted to try to get some two-headed giant games in. It is really hard to find online matches, especially the time of day I play. I play during the day. Ooh, this is Norn's Domain. Whenever you planeswalk away from it, destroy each non-land permanent without a fate counter. So, yeah. And when you roll chaos, you may put a fate counter on a permanent. So essentially, this plane is saying, don't play permanents, which is fine. Our hand really doesn't have any we want to play, or that we're even close to casting. If I were to put my money on it, I bet my next draw step will be a fetch land. Probably like an Evolving Wild or Terramorphic Expanse, one or the other. But it's going to be one of those. There's an 8 out of 53 chance, so it's actually pretty good math, that I'll draw that. So most likely card I think I could draw on the deck is one of those 2 lands. Between those and Forest, I think the deck has at least 5 Forest. I think it's at least 5. So I have a 1 in 13 chance to draw what I need here. So that's pretty good odds. Even beyond that, I have like a 50-50 chance, actually better than 50% chance to draw a land, so I'm okay with that. We have a Wrath effect on board waiting to go off, and I don't think we roll for it yet. I think we wait till next turn. Actually, I should roll for it, because I'm not necessarily going to hit it. There we go. It's worthwhile to have hit Plane Chase here anyways. All creatures of black can have Death Touch. That's fine. We're going to go ahead and roll again, though. No reason not to. Chaos. Yay, my creatures have +1 on first strike. It's fine, though. So we're still at 20. We are in desperate need of a land drop. But a plains, a forest, either one is acceptable. Because I have Wrath and I have mana fixers in hand. And once I hit a green mana, this hand just becomes solid gas. Because I'll ramp up, I'll get all 5 colors, I'll have Day of Judgment and Deed to protect me while I wait to draw into something amazing, like a draw 5. And then once I've exhausted my hand, All Sun's Dawn to just put it all back. Unsun's Dawn is awesome with that first plane, by the way. But yeah, All Sun's Dawn is so ridiculous in duels. It becomes basically a tutor for 5 cards, and you already have 1 tutor for 5 in the deck, which is Conflux. One of the cards that this deck unlocks is Maelstrom Nexus. I think that's the name. It's the first spell you cast each turn has Cascade. So good. It only applies to you. It's sick. Cascade is easily my favorite mechanic in the game. Okay, maybe not easily, but it's one of my favorite mechanics in the game. Well, we've chaosed again. Let's roll again. I'm okay missing a land drop, but I can't really afford to miss another one. So our chances of hitting a plane, a fetch land, or a forest are nearing on, what? I think it's nearing on 55% right now? 60%? I don't know exactly how many lands are in the deck, but very, very good odds to hit a land. So I ain't worried. There's not much pressure on the board. We get a couple 2/1s, and we have... Notice I've hit Chaos twice, and now we hit this plane. But this plane, like, my record is like at least 80% that I get a 7/7 and no opponent does whenever I've played on this plane. But looks like I'm not going to get a chance to play on it. Oh gosh. Oh, this is brutal. Whenever a creature in his battlefield gains double strike and haste till on a turn, Chaos exile non-token creature you control, return it to the battlefield, so then it gets double strike and haste. It's gross, and especially with Nephrox and Boros probably getting the best shots at hitting this or casting creatures into it. Look at that. Double strike, haste, Child of Night. Gross. I'm probably taking 6 here. But, ooh, nice. He's attacking Boros with the double striker. Good call. I wouldn't have been shocked to see the computer gang up on me for 6. This guy play a creature, bash me for like another 8, and just dead. Now, if this island was a forest, I'd have been doing a lot of work this game, but que sera. Chaos. Flip your guy. Give him double strike and haste, so he's going to attack for 6. Ouch. Who is he going to attack, me or Golgari? He may return the favor to Nephrox. Nephrox is the highest life. The NPCs tend to attack the lowest life player, I believe, but I'm not 100% sure. Now, if this was like an actual table of people playing, Boros would probably send it back at Nephrox. So, it's kind of realistic. The reason that you'd see this happen in a regular game is it's just how people play, though. Like, you have the most life, you want to prolong the game, and you just hit me when you had other people to hit, so I'm going to get you back. Ugh. Brutal draw. How about plane shift, please? Because I am looking very dead. Yay, please, something good. Turn all creatures from their graveyard to the battlefield. Well, that could be worse. I mean, it could be better. I don't have any creatures to discard to my graveyard, so that sucks. So we will pitch... Lavalanche seems extraneous right now, because I'm not even close to casting that. Also, it's the easiest one to get back with All Sun's Dawn. We might be dead. This plane gives us a shot, because if we draw a big creature next turn, we can discard it, and if we plane shift away, we would get it back. This plane also automatically kills that guy when we plane shift away from it, so that's cool. Yeah, this is looking like an El Lasso, because I've just drawn no lands. But, whatever. I might just have to record this video a second time, so you guys have to watch multiple of these. Hopefully you like them. I will be getting back to Hotel Giant 2, for you guys who watch that series. It's the pause has been on that, as I've had technical issues with it, with recording. And I've kind of built everything, so I don't know, I just have a lot of games to play. It's not working right. It's a struggle to get it to record well, because I have to mess with the resolution and stuff. It's not really that tough, it's just annoying. Wow, this guy's brutal. Deals common damage to player. You may exile target black and red or red permanent that player controls. Well, at least he'll be beating up that guy. Alright, that's fair. He attacked each of us. I'm okay with this. Though, I mean, he's set to take a beating. Does he have protection? No, just first strike. So, a plane, or a forest off the top. Please, forest off the top. There we go, we're back in this game. This right here will do a ton of work. So, what do we need? We have an island, so we definitely need I want to say we need a plains. So that way if we need a Wrath next turn, we can. We need a swamp and a plains, I think. That opens up our entire hand. So we're going to put a swamp into the battlefield and a plains into our hand. This way, if for some reason we want to next turn, if we rip a mountain, we'd have domain, and we could draw 5 if we really wanted to. So like if they change this plane, return all creatures to the graveyard, and then the plane it reveals after that is destroy all creatures, it's great. Because there is that event that destroys all creatures. Now of note, the reason I did not roll there is because I cannot Wrath the God right now. And I would just have returned more creatures to the battlefield for me to take more damage. Wow, he loses both of his creatures if we chaos, or if we plane shift. It's kind of brutal. So, what I need here is for the opponents not to go buck wild on me. I need the Lightcaster Paladin to attack. Is this one that does damage to any player? That's target black-red that player controls. So I hope he attacks one of these guys to exile one of their permanents. Looks like it won't matter. Ooh. Now this plane is dirty for me. Whenever you planeswalk to it, or at the beginning of your upkeep, reveal until you reveal a creature card, put it onto the battlefield, put the rest on the bottom of the library in any order. This is dirty for me, if I survive. No one's creatures are going to be as good as mine. So see how brutal that was? This guy just lost both of his creatures. Ooh, Light Wielder Paladin gets pacifismed. Nice. Where's this going? Just hitting him with one big dude. Sweet. I'm lucky. I should be dead by now, but, you know, if you were playing a actual game of Plane Chase or multiplayer, there'd be a tendency for people to gang up on someone who's actually got a board presence and is actually doing stuff, and ignore the player who's stuck on 2 lands and not doing anything, because it's like, well, I can kill him anytime. I'll deal with the guy that's an actual threat. But that's all I needed was 1 forest, and now I'm a threat when I untap. Nice card. My Wrath is going to be a lot better, though. Fireman Angel is pretty cool, though. I loved that card whenever it came out. Oh, no. The beats. I'm getting smashed for 10. Thought she had haste. Brutal. What a douchebag. What do I get? Sweet. Angel. We're going to definitely have to Wrath of God here. Question is, could I do anything else? I could drop Deed. Deed for 2 gets not nearly enough. So yeah, it's going to be a Wrath. I think what we need to do is we need to knock down... Oh, we can't even hit Boros. What's Chaos? Turn creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. This is Vigilance too, right? Okay, so let's first of all just attack Golgari. Yeah. Attack Golgari. And then we're going to Wrath. I really would like to Rampant Growth this turn, but we don't have that luxury. We have to Wrath of God. The reason we're Wrathing first, before rolling, is so this way if we hit a Chaos, we at least get something out of it. But I would like to change plans, in reality. My opponents have blown most of their hand. Well, some of their hand. Boros can hit haste creatures off the top. Nephrox shouldn't have any haste creatures. Golgari shouldn't have any haste creatures. Target player. There we go. Plane shift. This is a great time to plane shift. Enchantments as though they had flash. Destroy target creature that's not enchanted. Those are great. I'm all in favor of these situations. So, Mortivore, that guy's going to be kind of big, but he has no lands to save it. So, Chaos means dead Mortivore. So in reality, he should have tapped better, because he tapped his swamp. He tapped 3 swamps and a forest. Exalted Haste, kind of annoying if he attacks me. He shouldn't attack, though, because there is a 15-15 on the table. And that's the thing, 15-15. I can deal with it, I can Wrath, but I'm going to try to avoid that scenario. Excuse me, burped. The reason I want to avoid that is I would really like to Rampant Growth. There we go. He took care of him. Good job. Good job. Drain. Aw, drain me. You are a tool. Tool bag. I really need life, and I don't think this deck has any way to gain life, so I need a plane that's going to give me life. He has a guy that gains life. Sunhome Enforcer. More guys to destroy. Is this one any creature? Yeah. I have a feeling he's going to keep draining me, so this is very unfortunate. Cast destroy target creature. Well, free roll. Oh, man. Can I cast this guy? Nope. Oh, this is awful. That guy could hit me for 4. This is bad. It's bad. And I could draw 5. I'm gonna die. Screw it. Drawing 5. 4. I would say you better give me a land. Alright, I could play the fetch land here, but I'm gonna play mountain because I want to roll again. Alright, changing planes could be good, could be bad. That could be good. And chaos is going to be painful, but that could be good. Alright, so we will be pitching a couple cards here. 2 cards. It's probably going to be 1 Rampant Growth for sure. Megalinoth, I think I need. I can cast it next turn, so I think we just pitch 2 Rampant Growths. Should be fine. I mean, I have enough mana now where I can do stuff. So the Rampant Growths aren't as important. I have all my colors. And to cast Progenitus, all I need is a green, a black, and a red. And really I just need a one of those because I have a fetch land in hand. So he just cast a Spirit Monger. That's pretty good, but he has no regeneration mana again. We just changed planes. That's horrible for me. Yeah, we have a plane that gains life. That's good. I could potentially take 3, I'll say 4 and 4. I could take 8 this turn. If he has a mountain, I'm dead. Hopefully they respect the Spirit Monger and don't attack. I have a feeling he's going to attack. Yep. I think the computer knows I'm dead. So unfortunate. Next turn, I would be able to Rampant Growth, Wrath of God, play Fetch Land, and hopefully gain some life. Which would, I would think, be pretty close to stabilization for me. Of course, we change the plane before it's my turn. No maximum hand size when you roll planar die, draw a card. Okay. Okay, so right now he can only do 4 to me. Unless he has a Lightning Helix. Very likely he has a... bet he has Rally the Peasants. Oh, if he rallies... Nope, can't rally anymore. Change the plane again? Okay. When a creature dies, controller puts a number 1/1... Are you kidding me? Okay, that's fine. Good. You tool bag, putting me down to 3. It's really unfair, computer. I saved your life, Boros, and look what you're doing to me. You are not cool, bro. Alright. Wrath of God. Day of Judgment, whatever it is. Golgari is making choices. Oh my gosh, did I just die? Don't kill me. I forgot about that stupid Blood Artist. There's nothing I could do, though. I just have to hope he doesn't kill me. Alright, he put me at 2. That's quite annoying. I'm probably going to die. Rampant growth. Alright, what do we have in hand? I can't tell what lands I have. I have a island and a forest. So, black or red. And the fetch land will get the other. I'll go for the black. I'm going to free roll first. And then I'm going to play the fetch land because we didn't change planes. This plane doesn't actually do anything right now. I'm going to go ahead and activate this to get the mountain. So now we have double of each, so if we drew Progenitus next turn, we can play it. Chaos would force me to sacrifice it, but that's not really that big of a deal. I'd get 10 1/1s. We are in a position now, I think, what do we have? We have 6, 7, 8 mana. Is that correct? We'll have 9 on my turn. So on next turn, I could All Sun's Dawn and get Wrath and cast Wrath, if I were in such a position that I needed to. Okay. Boros can kill me with any hasty 2/2 flyer. I'm probably dead. It's been a very disappointing game. I really was hoping for better draws, but as far as lands, did not happen. But so it is. So it is. So has Magic. Can't win 'em all. Seriously, Boros? Okay. I'm very tempted just to Wrath anyways. But okay. It doesn't give it haste, right? No, I don't think so. Sacrifice all creatures, okay. Alright, I have a Deed. Cultivate. Kind of want to lay down... Maybe laying down this guy's right. Close. I'm going to free roll. This is actually a decision here. Because I could play Deed for... I could protect myself with Deed. I think that's what I do. Can I cultivate? That's the question. I'd have 3 mana open. No. Do I roll again? I don't think I do. I think I sit on this Deed. Now I'm probably going to get attacked with this 2/2, which will force me to blow Deed right away, but I will be getting kind of 2 permanents from everyone. So that's not the worst. I can get Deed back next turn with All Sun's Dawn, so there is that. I'm just dead to a burn spell or a haste creature, which is just awful. Greater good. Yeah, it's fine. Let's get some enchantments. If he sacks one of these, probably will. What is it? How many do you discard? 3 cards? Okay. That's a pretty good combo. Ooh. I'm going to... Dang it, I should have responded to that. That's fine. He's got a chain going here. It's pretty sick. I mean, he got to draw 3 and now he has a draw 5 on the table. That's pretty awesome. So his loot for 3 and now it'd be basically net gain 2 cards. Should have done that first though. Doo-doo-doo. He may not attack me. Most likely will, but may not. Can they be regenerated? Destroy each, blah, 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 blah. No, they can. Here comes. Attack me. Hit me! I don't know what the computer's thinking about. It was kind of obvious that this is what's going to happen. Whatever. Still dead to a haste creature. This is going to be very anticlimactic, because what's going to happen is I'm going to actually get into the game, Boros is just going to lightning helix me and I die. Golgari just refilled his hand because I didn't respond to the first Greater Good activation and the trigger. Here we go. I'm dead. So lame. Come on. Bullies. Bullies. I'm dead. Come on. Defeated. Alright. So, I'm going to talk for just a second, guys. This episode was sad. Showed one of the things in Magic is sometimes you keep a hand a speculative keep and it doesn't work out. Thing with that is don't get beat up over it. Don't be performance based and results based. That hand was much better than a random 5 because my random 5s could be. Why is it asking me if I want to continue? A random 5 from this deck could have been 5 colored spells or 5 ramp spells and no green mana again. So the odds of having a better hand than one with 2 ramp spells reliant on getting a fetch land or green mana in the first 3 turns of the game, I was playing the odds, and the odds were in my favor for that to happen. So we're going to end this game. I'm going to go to the deck editor and show you guys what I mean. So this will be an educational experience. Okay, so the deck had 5 mountains, I was right, or 5 forest, I was right. Did I cut some fetch lands? I used to have more Evolving Wilds. I thought for sure. Okay, well my math was bad. I only had 11 draws that would work, but I also have 4 planes. So I had 15 draws that get me into the game that I could draw in the first 3 turns with 53 cards left in the deck. That's a pretty good shot. I have a better than 25% chance to draw something in the first 3 turns. I don't know the exact math. I don't have a calculator in front of me, and I'm no math whiz. But that 25% chance that I'm going to draw a necessary land in the deck is better than the odds I had of having a 5-card hand that's better. So that's why it was the correct decision. Now our hand could have gotten better, but that 6-carder was way better than the first 2 7s. And you have to think about, if I get a 5-card hand that has Violent Ultimatum, Wrath of God, Cultivate, Lavalanche, and an island, what's that hand going to do? Or what if it has Swamp, Swamp, Cultivate, 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 Lavalanche? It could work, but I'd be on the same position and I'd have less action. And my only outs then are green lands or a fetch land. And it's even worse if the cards are Rampant Growths and not Cultivates. Because if it's Rampant Growth, the best I'm going to get up to is 3 colors, which would allow me to cast Lavalanche, at any reasonable speed. But it's not, my double white and things like that. So in general, whenever you're deciding on mulligans, you have to decide, if I go down to 5, what are my odds that set of cards would in general be better than this set of cards? Mulliganing, a lot of people don't mulligan enough, but some people don't do the mental math to figure out what the odds are. So mulligan more than you do. And once you get comfortable learning to mulligan and playing with less than 7 cards in your hand, you have to start then doing the math of figuring out what is the most mathematically advantageous decision, to mulligan or not to mulligan at this point. I always think going down to 6 is acceptable. Most 6-card hands are going to be about as good as a 7-card hand. Very close. A lot closer than people think. 1 mulligan hardly kills you. I've won a very high percentage of games of mulligan to 6. My mulligan to 5 percentage, still decent. Where when you get in real trouble is mulligans to 4. But a mulligan to 5, it's skeptical. I would say win rate on a mulligan to 5 in a competitive match is going to be about 20% lower than it would if you had a full 5 cards, or full 7 cards. But your mulligan to 6, is only probably about a 5% difference. That one card isn't going to usually make that much difference, because most times in a match, you won't cast all 7. If you have a 7-card hand, you won't cast your entire hand throughout the entire game. But a 6-card hand, you might. So that's the only difference, that basically 5%, that one card you wouldn't have normally cast. Thanks for watching, guys. Ankhgaming out.